Hi everyone, this is the third episode of my permadeath Rimworld playthrough. We are returning to my lost tribe where looks like Biotech was the first one awake. So I assigned him to work on butchering the animals that we caught yesterday while hunting. So once we've got this cycle started, my main focus in this episode is going to be mainly focused on getting to know my colonists a little better and planning the next phase of our colony expansion. One of the things that I need to do is to make a dedicated space for storage. Now I can't have a kitchen and storage and a dining table all in one room. So I need to streamline my whole colony. So I've accidentally placed a regular stockpile zone, which isn't gonna work. I need a dumping stockpile zone. So we will select the appropriate option and we will lay out a square for them to put my animals. And this is just going to be temporary. I will tell you right now that once I move my people and an arrangement that I like, you won't recognize the layout. Because if you remember from the first episode, this structure was basically what I reclaimed in the wild, just so my people would have some place to sleep with the roof over their head at night. But now that we've got that established, I've had Stinkbug working on the stove, and I've noticed Lagua carrying in quite a lot of stone bricks into the storage area. And like I said, this table is taking up a lot of room, so let me take out this big one and we'll put in this itty bitty one. And constantly noticing things to change about this storage area, so what the heck. Let's work on clearing everything but the storage out of here. And I think I'm going to have my people take these rocks out of the structure and start using some of the stone bricks to start working on a more sturdy and fireproof structure. Because right now I've got wooden walls, and in the event that I get a power maniac that I couldn't really banish, I will have to protect against any outburst. But we don't have a pyromaniac right now, so there's nothing to worry about. Instead, we are going to make sure that everyone is fed and prioritizing their health and happiness. Now I think I need to start claiming these individual tiles of wall for my people to keep repairing it, because some of them have decreased health. If you'll look at the hit bar in the lower left hand corner, while my chef is deconstructing the walls, I'm also planning on where to put my new structure. I feel like I should start expanding towards the center of the map just to give everyone an equal distance from the edges. So one of the stupidest things that I could do is chop down a bunch of wood and go ahead and build a structure in the center of the map, because that would involve a lot of walking back and forth. Instead, I am going to do what is called a creeping construction method, meaning I will build a structure close to my reclaimed one and start gradually moving my people and their workstations inward. And whatever buildings we abandoned, we could probably use, I don't know. That's too long term for me to nail down the details, but for right now I do have the general idea planned out. I just need to pick a spot, maybe eventually I'm going to build up against and around the ancient danger. So let's give ourselves a path of 3 tiles between structures. And ideally, I would like for my rooms to be 7 by 7 blocks wide on the inside, but since we don't have a lot of stone because we're not in a mountain, I kinda have to be more conservative with my materials. So we are going to go for a more condensed 5 by 5 room format instead. And if you watch my Minecraft videos, you will see that I like to follow that pattern. So eventually everything I build is going to creep eastward and possibly southward until I achieve a layout that is to my satisfaction. It's going to take a lot of fine-tuning in real time for that to happen. And I realize that playing Rimworld in real time is pretty contradictory to how I play Minecraft. But the difference is, Minecraft is pretty tedious and there's not a lot of fine detail that needs to be explained. Here, I have to let the game run slowly and take my time, so that if I make any mistakes, I can catch it halfway through the day instead of 2 or 3 days later. And in Rimworld, even hours matter. I'm going into the Biotech DLC completely blind. I haven't read any literature on it. I didn't watch any videos. You know what? I barely even read the store description page on Steam. I just saw Rimworld had a DLC called Biotech. And then I looked at the cover art. And then I tried to throw $25 in cash at my computer and say, gimme, and it didn't work, so I had to get my social worker to put my credit card information in on the computer for me and buy me this game. So here's Balcomto putting together the stone bricks for the structure, while Snake is chopping down the tree. And I'm also keeping an eye on Lagua to make sure that he's doing his janitorial duties. So we pretty much got the whole team working on our first structure. And I think we are going to move the kitchen, the dining table, and the butcher table inside, since the butcher table being indoors will give you a higher working bonus. Now, I also need to think about working on my colonist names, because I feel kind of goofy calling them Stinkbug and Snake. They have real names. Now I need to look and see what level I need for fine meals, because Stinkbug, my higher skilled chef, is about to do some butchering. So I'm looking at fine meal, which requires level 6, which means I'm going to go to the butcher table and lower the skill cap to level 5. Anyone who is not Stinkbug or a really good chef can work at the butcher table, while only Stinkbug can work at the stove. Do you hear how stupid that sounds when I call them by the names that the game gives them? I'm gonna have to go in and edit everything just like I did the job titles, so I can give them a proper reference. And Snake too. So it's time for my babies to get ready to go to bed. And I'm going to move this bad boy. Give me a moment. I'm still trying to figure out how my people are going to be able to go through the room, seeing that it is so smooth. I'll stick this guy right here. And then the stove can get tucked right there. That way my chef and the butchers can have a nice little friendly chat with one another. And we will move the dining table here, I guess. We'll move it. I mean, I just want to get it out of the storage area. And I want to be able to have a door in the center of the walls for easier ingress and outgress. So let's rename Stinkbug to his real name, Banastra. And Iragabar's okay. Let's see. Lagua. His name's not stupid to say. And I'll even keep Baokamto because it sounds real and exotic. Snake? Nah. We're changing Snake's nickname back to Lanbra. And all of our babies now have their proper names back. Awesome! Awesome possum. It's all chill on the hill. Looking at my animals, I know we will need to train the dog to rescue and carry stuff. I love doggies and I don't want them to go bitey. So, doggy don't go bitey, doggy stays home. And the other animal is not really going to rescue or carry stuff, so we may just train them to attack, but my people has a bond to it, so I don't want to really do anything. I'm going to turn my hunters back on, and in the next episode we're going to really fine-tune what jobs they can or cannot do. That way people can work on their own little things. We have 2 people that can tend to themselves if they get hurt. So there's 3 people that will need medical attention from somebody I will need to designate as a doctor. That means somebody will have to stay on base at all times so they don't get hurt. And they can still get sick, but that's a concern for a later time. I will need to go into the options before the next game and have it show the animal names because they're people like we are. And I want my babies' names to be on the screen too. So I'm going to plan out where my structures are going to be. This is going to be the workshop. This is going to be a freezer. And this is going to be where the kitchen will probably shift to. And then I can move my workshop inwards. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because there is a saying that every time man plans, God laughs. And in this case, Randy Random is gonna have his finger ready to stir the pot when things start to get going good. I hope that this is interesting to you guys so far. Be sure you let me know what you think and interact with the other social media functions of my channel. Looks like Iragabar is the first one awake, so she will be the first one that we will return to in the next episode. Until then, I love you guys. See you next time. Bye.